Hello everybody, it is Elle. I'm back. So today I will be going through and telling you guys just a little bit about Test Out PC Pro Unit 5, which I just completed. So, I can't go into the details of the exam because then you wouldn't be able to watch this video or any of the practice questions because it will filter that out and then you won't be able to see this. So I'm just gonna go through, tell you guys a little bit about kind of what Unit 5 was about and show you guys a couple labs and show you guys my notes. So in Unit 5, we went through and we learned a lot about different storage files. So we learned about using disks, using hard drives, using flash drives, using CDs, DVDs, all that kind of thing. Um, was a lot of videos to watch on this one. As you can see, there was a lot of different videos. We didn't do as many labs just because a lot of it was on like how to use storage devices, and so it wasn't like a lab where it was like, okay, plug in a hard drive or plug in like we'd had one of those, but I don't think they would make a lab where it was like plug in a flash drive because that might not be the smartest. So just going through, like always, we have um, all of the little videos and just notes areas. And then finally, our practice question. Not going to go into it just because that would mess up with the video. Then we learned about SATAs, watched some videos on that, installed that. We did a lab where you have to install a SATA device. So I can just go into this lab real quick and show you guys what this one was about. So in here we have motherboard, removing the system, turn off the computer. Yeah, that's fine. So in drive bays, when you don't have any hard drives. So I'm gonna take this. It tells me over here to install both hard drives into the computer. So I'm gonna take these and put them down into here. And then I'm gonna come over here to cables and take these, this one of these cables, and I would connect it over here to this. This is a SATA cable. Then I would go over into my motherboard and take this other side and plug it right into that SATA connector over there. Take this SATA connector, plug that in right there, and then come back to my hard drive and plug it into the second hard drive. Now, most people will be like, oh, you're done. You connected your SATA. Well, you have to connect the hard drive over here to your power supply. So you got to go click the power supply and then take your connector, your 15-pin SATA connector, and plug that baby right there. And then take another one and put that right in there. Go back to the front of your computer. Make sure that everything is on, up, running, and doing quite well. So I think we're good. I'm going to turn that baby back on, turn on my monitor, and then hop right into that. So, and then I'm going to, because Windows is not installed, it won't start, but I can do, give me one sec. Shoot. So I just go to the F2 button. Actually, wait, I have to go back. Sorry. It's really touchy about this when you do it. So you click it and then you turn it off real quick. Turn it back on. Click F2 and it takes you to your BIOS. There we go. Then I'm going to go over to system configuration, SATA, and check around and make sure that everything is up and running. So yeah, and then I would click Score Lab. So yeah. So that was just one of the labs. Um, there's a lot more of those in here. Um, this one, um, you had to go in and you had to go into the computer and make sure that all the drives were detected. So that was a little bit more of software working than hardware plugging things in and kind of stuff. Um, this one, um, you had to do some file runs and things like that, making sure C drive was working and configuring things. So yeah, I have inside of my notes all of the notes that you get from this. I have tested out. I found practice questions like I always do after, just to help me with that. More notes. And then I have so for the lab that we just did, that I just showed you guys. This is the notes that I took for that, and it shows you everything you can do to get 100% on that. And then practice questions, and then for this one, the with the BIOS troubleshooting and stuff, going into there, I have all of that, more notes. But yeah, so um, this chapter took me about a week to complete, um, but it was a fun one. I actually enjoyed this one. Thought it was really cool, just learning about all the different ways we can store things in computers, and how even if you do plug things in and stuff, they might not always set up. You have to make sure everything is right, hardware side and software side, to make sure you can actually use your computer. All right, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, night, whenever you're watching this. But see ya.